Hi Pisces, Sun, Moon, Ascendant, or Venus. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your January 1st to the 15th, 2022 reading for you. Now I ask if this reading resonates with you, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If you're interested in any of the cards that I'm using, they will all be listed and linked in the description box below. Now before we begin this reading, let us clear the energy space, raising our own energy vibration and releasing any negativity. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. Releasing all negativity from the body like storm clouds. Letting yourself feel calm, centered, and at peace as we enter into this safe and loving space. Let's see what the tarot has to say. Pisces, January 1st to the 15th, 2022, Pisces. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. All right, I just have something in my eye. Okay. So at the bottom is our rooted self. The left-hand side is our inner self. The middle, our heart, our emotional self. The right-hand side, the public arena, the public self. So let's see what the cards have to say. At our root, we have the Hierophant, which is Taurus energy, and we have the Tower. So if we have Taurus energy within our natal chart, we're going to find this coming through very powerfully at our root. Then we have the Six of Wands and the Ace of Coins. So God, Source, Spirit, however you see the divine, the universe, is handing us a gift of prosperity and of success, also of new beginnings. We then have the Strength card and we have Justice. So the Strength card is Leo energy and we have Justice. Justice is Libra energy here. So if we have Leo or Libra within our natal chart, that's coming through very powerfully at our heart. And then in the public arena, we have the Four of Coins and the Empress. So there's some sort of energy, there's vampiric energy that is holding us back, but there's also a sense of really stepping out of our shell, claiming a voice, claiming our throne, claiming our power, and birthing something forward into this world. This is also very nurturing energy. So some of us might find that we're very nurturing at work, very nurturing at home. You know, there's something that we're helping people build forward. We also need to help ourselves build forward. So don't just focus on everybody else and forget ourselves. That's going to be very important here. So before I jump ahead of myself, which I was just about to do, let's look at the energy that we need to be mindful of during this time. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. This is the Prince of Swords. This is air sign energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. This is charging forward without having really good ideas. So the Prince of Swords in his best element, the Knight of Swords in his best element, is the hero of the story. This is a person who thinks they're the hero of the story, who really thinks that they have it all figured out, and yet they haven't even scratched the surface, nor do they want to be bothered with diving deeper and going deeper into things. So just be mindful there. We're also going to be very attracted to these people. We're going to think, wow, they're exciting, or oh my gosh, they know so much. They only have a cursory idea of a lot of things. So now let's look at our chakra energy. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading. This is life purpose. Now, this is the throat chakra, and here it is speaking, it is creating, it is embracing our life purpose as we ascend in this world. So here, as we're ascending, as we're going after what it is that we desire, what it is that we want, who it is that we are, so much is changing. We're really going to be looking at the purpose of ourselves, the purpose of where we want to be. We can be doing a huge, 180 during this time, just turning everything around, just absolutely changing so much about ourselves that the beginning of 2022 does not look like the end of 2022 in the best possible way. So let's talk about the first half of the first month of this new year. This new year is, again, the year 2022, the angel number 222, new beginnings. And that's what each and every one of us need. So on the 1st of January, the sun is trine Uranus, which is an absolutely beautiful way to start this time. So the sun, Leo is ruled by the sun, which comes through very powerfully here. So we're going to feel this a lot at a heart level, in our hearts. So here, this is a time when we are comfortable standing out, of embracing who we are and where it is that we want to be. We'll have no problem expressing our individuality and should let ourselves shine. That's going to be really important. There's going to be a sense here of not wanting to, of feeling a bit embarrassed, or, not thinking that we're worthy of shining, and Spirit is saying we absolutely are. We will also be in tune with the world around us and be getting great insights through our dreams. So really pay attention to our dreams. Also on the 1st of January, we have Mercury trine the North Lunar Node. Now, this is another powerful and positive alignment. It is said that our life purpose, which is all our chakra energy, the whole of our chakra energy at this time is around our life purpose, our throat chakra of expression. It is said that our life purpose is echoed through the North and South lunar nodes, which also in astrology are called the head and the tail of the dragon. So the North lunar node is the head, the South lunar node is the tail. So the mind and the mouth, the speaking and the expressing, and then the tail to give us balance. So that's important here, to balance ourselves and to express ourselves. Even though we're not going to feel really comfortable doing so, a lot of us are going to feel apprehensive. Spirit is saying, let yourself shine. We will also enjoy figuring things out, the whys and the how comes about everything, about ourselves, about the people around us. There's also going to be this energy of really not caring what everybody else thinks about us. We're not going to take things really personally, which is going to be very, very good, because there is this self-conscious energy around us that we need to kind of overcome. The 2nd of January is the new moon in Capricorn, which there will be a separate video on. And also on the 2nd of January, we have Mercury entering into Aquarius. Now, Mercury really loves being in Aquarius. It's a very positive place for it to be. However, on the 14th of January, we have Mercury going retrograde. So that's going to throw a fly in the ointment. On the 5th of January, we have Venus sextile Neptune. Now, we are ruled by Neptune, Pisces, and Taurus and Libra are both ruled by Venus. So this is a very important day for us. We really need to listen. This is a passionate day. This is when we need to kind of express ourselves, express our feelings, really figure things out for ourselves. We're highly creative and really need to embrace that creativity and surround ourselves with beauty. Taurus energy especially loves beautiful things. We also, Pisces, we love beautiful things as well, but embracing that beauty, embracing the quality, that's going to be really, really important for us. We're also going to exude a charming energy that makes us very attractive. Now, be it because this is astrologically speaking, so is everybody else, but because we're ruled by Neptune and we have such strong Venus energy present within our reading, we're going to be extra charming. We're going to be extra attractive. So that's really going to be good for us. A little bit of self-care and pampering will go a long way on this day to enhancing our mood and raising our energy vibration. So don't feel bad taking care of yourself. The 8th of January has the sun conjunct Venus. Again, Leo is ruled by the sun. We have Libra and we have Taurus, both ruled by Venus. So this is an intense day. This personifies love and peace. We need to surround ourselves with beauty and give ourselves permission to express our emotions and to be connected with our emotions. This is also a time when low energy vibrational people can really hurt us, can have a huge effect on us in a negative way. So we need to be mindful of this. Also, as a person ruled by Neptune, Neptune has us really connecting with the spiritual. If we're not connecting with the spiritual, we're going to find ourselves kind of just running into roadblock after roadblock. And it doesn't have to be orthodoxy. It has to be the way the heart expresses spirituality and connects with the world around us. The 10th of January has Mercury trine Chiron, which is a harmonious aspect and really helps us to heal ourselves and others. What we have to be mindful of is giving all our energy to healing ourselves and others, to thinking, okay, if I just sacrifice more and more, everything will be okay. And Spirit's saying, no, kind of step back. It's giving us the tools to see. It's giving us the tools to be a healing influence in this world, but we have to be mindful of how much we sacrifice, okay? We have the talent to say the right thing at the right time on this day. Does it mean that we will always say the right thing at the right time? No, it doesn't. But there's still beauty in the way that we connect. We need to follow our ideas and our dreams and also embrace ancient wisdom. So this is going to be a day when ancient wisdom really means a lot to us. There's going to be some sort of revelations that come our way that open up the door, and it's like, wow, I didn't see that before, or wow, I didn't know that before. The 11th of January has the sun sextile Neptune. So again, Leo energy ruled by the sun. Neptune rules us. This is very powerful. And again, this is a powerfully creative time for us that we should utilize. Neptune makes us highly sensitive, and we know that about ourselves. We're more sensitive than other people around us, and that's the Neptune energy that rules us, Pisces. So we need to surround ourselves and be mindful with surrounding ourselves with like-minded people and also people with just higher energy vibrations. It doesn't mean that we only surround ourselves with people that agree with us. What it means is that we really open up our hearts and we open up ourselves and we start being honest with what we want. This is also a time where our psychic potential is at a peak. So this can be overwhelming for us if we're not ready for this. But this is going to be a time where we really have tremendous insight. Also, on the 11th of January, we have Mars squared Neptune. Again, very powerful for us because we are ruled by Neptune. And if we are born on the cusp with Mars, this just amplifies it. It brings it to the next level. This alignment brings profoundly varying energy. So on one hand, we have the really good energy of bravery and glamour. On the other hand, we have the kind of negative energy of intrigue and scandal. I really see this kind of like Hollywood, right? All that glitters isn't gold. And we have to remind ourselves on this day that all that glitters isn't gold. Just because we think somebody else has it all figured out, just because we think, that's the way that it's supposed to be, it doesn't mean that it is. This is a time to listen to our inner voice and stand apart from the chaos of the world. The 14th of January has Mercury going into retrograde. Now, Mercury stays in Aquarius till the 25th, which is very good for us because, again, Mercury feels more at home in Aquarius, so this could be a smoother retrograde. But it lasts in retrograde till the 3rd of February. And there's also that time before Mercury retrograde and after Mercury retrograde that we need to be mindful because we're still going to be influenced by Mercury retrograde. So just be aware of this. At our root, we have the Hierophant. The Hierophant is tradition. The Hierophant is the priest, is the Pope, right? So the Pope in medieval time was the highest authority. Nobody trumped the Pope. And so here, when we have this at our root, embracing who we truly are, embracing what we truly need, is going to be the highest factor of ourselves during this time. Nothing will trump it. And all of a sudden, we will hold the keys. We will hold the keys to unlocking the door, to moving us forward, to seeing things more openly, more honestly, and more powerfully for ourselves. This is a time where we have to be true to ourselves. We have to look at how we are speaking, how we are manifesting our world around us. It doesn't mean that we have control over every single thing that happens. No, sometimes, to put things bluntly, shit happens and we can't control it. That's just it. And you look at it and you go, oh my gosh, if I could have stopped this, if I would have known this was going to happen, I would never have. And that's just part of life. But this is saying, this is me. This is what I need. This is what I want. This is the foundation that I'm comfortable with. This is what I desire within my life. And as we're open and honest with that, it helps us look at all the time that our life has crumbled apart. The tower is us being thrown out of our comfort zone. It is profound and intense change. And it's looking at this change and saying, all right, I see that it happened. I know that it happened. For some of us, it's been happening for 16 years. Like, we've been going through it and going through it and going through it and being like, oh my gosh, it could have started when we were 16, for others of us. And this could be 16 months, this could be 16 days, 16 weeks, it depends. But this is going to be quite some time. And when we're embracing a tower time, or when we're in a tower time, it's all encompassing. So we've been thrown out of our comfort zone, and yet we're being told to remember who we are, what's important to us, to not let change, to not let chaos overtake us in such a way that we don't know how to move forward. We don't know where we stand. And so divinity is also saying here that as I pushed you out of your comfort zone, as you're having to see things anew, there's more power here than you realize. There's more to you than you have understood. And this becomes the game changer. It moves us to the Six of Wands. And as it moves us to the Six of Wands, it moves us to the place where we start celebrating ourselves again. Because we've been kicked in the teeth. It's like being kicked in the teeth by a horse or a donkey, or a mule or whatever. And it's like, it has hurt and it has changed us. It has changed us in such a way that it's like, I don't know if I'm ever going to come back from this. And what the Six of Wands is saying is it's time to start celebrating yourself. It's time to start celebrating yourself here, Pisces. It's time to start, embracing and celebrating the wins instead of just dragging ourselves down because of the hurts and the pains and the disappointment. And what we're going to see is that divinity is handing us a gift of new beginnings. This is a year of new beginnings. This is the angel year of new beginnings. And this time of new beginnings is calling us forward, is passionately guiding us towards so much more. A new chapter is opening. What are we going to do with that chapter? How are we going to move forward in that chapter? What are we planting? What are the lessons that divinity has been giving us time and time again to learn that we've either not learned if we're too stubborn to see it, most definitely, that definitely comes up and we're like, oh my gosh, why is this happening again? Or we're learning and we're shaping and we're moving ourselves forward. And in both instances, even when we're not seeing things, Lord knows I've been given lessons time and time again that I just didn't see at the time. I wasn't ready for it. But it's like, why does this keep on happening? Why do I keep on trusting people and then them betraying me? Why do I keep on, putting myself out there and not getting the rewards? Why do I keep on getting mocked or hurt or, being held back? And what this is saying is that this is all teaching us. This is preparing us for the next stage, for the next chapter. And we might be saying, oh, I'm too old for this, or I'm not skilled enough. The world has changed. The world has changed in a way that we don't have to limit ourselves. We just don't. If we are tenacious, if we are stubborn, if we are focused, we can find doors opening in areas that we never thought they would. There's this one lady on YouTube who's in her 80s and who talks about life as you get older. And I love listening to her. She's so calming. She's so beautiful, just to listen to. She has such a lovely energy to her. And she's written books, and this is all in her 80s. I mean, it's astounding. So why can't we? Why can't we look at our talents and our gifts, and instead of saying, oh, this isn't worth anything, or aiming so high that it's just completely overwhelming, why don't we take little steps and look at the prosperity that's coming our way, because there is this new door that's opening. And it brings us to our hearts. Our hearts are strong, but our hearts are also going to be allied with certain things that we never expected. This is a strength that comes from love. This is a strength that comes from caring and connection and, this giving of the heart and the soul. This is when, you just love something. It's when you love something so much and they know it. It's when you have a dog like Esme, right? I adore my dog Esme, and you guys totally helped save her. And she's huge. She's like 125 pounds. She's absolutely huge. That dog can be scary if she wanted to be, but she's an absolute doll. And that's the type of alignment here that comes from love, that comes from trust, that comes from connection. And that's the game changer. And that's what we're seeing. We're seeing allies come forward that we would have thought, oh, wow, that's scary, or, oh, that doesn't understand. But there's a loyalty to the strength card. There's a loyalty in the strength that we are showing to those that we love, to those around us. And it's bringing us justice. It's cutting through doubts and fears and negativity. It's also being discerning with the energy that we're letting into our lives and not saying, oh, it has to be like this, it has to be like that. We're balancing ourselves and saying, it has to feel right. It has to guide me forward. It has to enhance me in a certain way. And we're cutting through so much negativity. We're cutting through so much darkness. It leads us to the Four of Coins. There's this energy in the public arena where it's like, I have to hold on to what I have. This is energy of lack, an energy of poverty, an energy of doubt and fear. It's vampiric energy. It's I'm taking what I need, right? Others are taking from us, but it's also I'm holding on to what I need because there's going to be a shortage, because there isn't going to be enough. And what Spirit is saying here is stop. This energy, this vampiric energy that has us doubting, that has us fearing, that has us being completely overwhelmed. It's like, no, I'm done with this. I'm done with this, and I'm calling it out. I'm naming it within me, because naming things gives us power over them. Naming things helps us to see the way that we need to move forward for ourselves. and it brings us to the Empress. It brings us to loving, nurturing energy. It brings us to claiming our voice, claiming our throne, claiming our power. It brings us to a place of seeing that I can nurture, that I can care for, that I can bring something beautiful to the table. But it's also birthing forward something within us, a dream, a creative idea within us that we've been holding on to. And this doesn't mean that it has to be, a painting or, a book or, music or anything like that. This creativity could be within science. It could be within mathematics. It could be, within surgery. That it's looking at things differently and saying, well, what about this? What about that? Like, what about opening this door? It can be moving towards alternative medicine. It can be a whole bunch of things. So it's like, but this is calling to me and I need to let it forward. I need to see it in a different light, in a different way. And as we do so, it's like, oh, that was the missing piece. And as we're seeing the missing pieces, it's like all of a sudden I'm coming together more and more in me. And I'm feeling more powerful. I'm feeling stronger. I'm feeling more of why I was created. And that's showing in this public arena. And it brings us to our subconscious energy to be mindful of. It's the Hermit. Now, this is Virgo energy. This is our sister energy. And if you know anything about sisters, they can be your best friends and your worst enemies, sometimes within minutes of each other. And so here we have our sister energy come forward. And it can show us and it can guide us, but it can also drive us up and down the Mississippi with how annoying it is. Where it's saying turn inward, but we also need to express ourselves. We need to move forward. There's something here that's saying, I can't hide away. I don't want to hide away. And that can be something that we're fighting against during this time. It moves us to our subconscious chakra energy, which is peace. We need peace. This is the crown chakra. We need to crown ourselves with peace, with love, and with harmony. That's going to be such a game changer. And it's not going to be what everybody else thinks is peaceful. It's going to be what we think is peaceful. I have a friend who loves death metal. That's his peace. That's his harmony. He loves it. That's his thing. I do not find it soothing, but he does. So it's like, what is your peace? And how do you embrace it? Our subconscious rooted energy is the devil. This is Capricorn energy. What are we chained to? What are our addictions? What are our fears? What are the things that make it so that I can't? I can't move forward this way. I can't go after this because this is societal expectations. This is our own expectations for ourselves. This is what success looks like. And for some reason, it doesn't look like me, right? This is what we say to ourselves. Or if I just, lose 10 pounds and grow 5 inches and, do all this crazy stuff, I'll be able to be what successful is. And Spirit is saying, why? Spirit is saying here, take off the chains and see what happens. Stop living in accordance to others' expectations. And start seeing what happens if you embrace your heart, if you embrace your passion, if you believe within yourself. It moves us to our subconscious inner self. And that's the Knight of Wands. That's fire sign energy, right? Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. This is us moving forward in passion and in creativity. This is us determined and focused. It brings us, this is within our careers, determined, focused to make it, to succeed, to open up those doors. It brings us to our subconscious emotional self, and that's the Sun. That's the happiest card within the whole entire tarot. The emotional self here is all major arcana. So what we're going to see here is that the heart shines brightly. What we're going to see here is creativity and beauty and tenacity really leading us forward. Let yourself shine. Will people take you by eyes? Absolutely. People always want to be the one who's shining, not let you shine, right? And so here, it's saying, no, you don't get to take away this. You don't get to beat me down, make me doubt myself. I am embracing my glory and my beauty. It brings us to our subconscious public arena self. And this is the Nine of Wands. The Nine of Wands is standing tall and standing firm. The Nine of Wands is knowing that, yes, I hear everybody, right? I've been through the battles. I hear everybody. I know what everybody wants. But I need to stand in what is right for me. And I need to stand in my own energy, in my own space. The Knight of Wands can have a headache. The nine, I keep on saying 9, but the Nine of Wands can have a headache, can feel completely overwhelmed. We have the Knight of Wands coming in over here, where it's like, this is my passion, this is my glory, this is what I desire. And that's very much the energy that I'm getting, from this imagery. But it's the Nine of Wands. And in the Nine of Wands, in the Rider-Waite-Smith deck, is the person with a bandage around their head, their arm in a sling, listening to everybody else, all the wands around them. It's like, okay, I'm listening to everybody else, and I'm fighting everything. Where do I stand? Where is my joy? Where is my happiness? And this is saying, I've been through the battles. This is me. This is what I want. This is what I desire. And this is what I stand for. Don't be afraid to stand in your prosperity and in your fire. Okay? Just don't. There's going to be a lot coming in and a lot to doubt. But Spirit is saying here, believe in that spark, believe in that sun that's shining within your heart, believe in the balance that you are nurturing and in the strength that is you, Pisces, and let it shine. All right, Pisces, I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I'm sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all, and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy as we embrace the power and the intensity of this time. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May move forward in peace and in harmony, Pisces.